Fallout 76 was a game that promised multiplayer nuclear wasteland adventures, but delivered a radioactive PR meltdown instead. What was supposed to be a bold leap for the Fallout franchise turned into one of the biggest marketing and PR disasters in gaming history. Today, we're going to be diving into what went wrong, from bugs and broken promises, to bags, lawsuits, and leaked customer data. Welcome to Matt's Media Space. My name is Matt, and this is my Media Space, and this is the story of how Fallout 76 blew up in all the wrong ways. When Bethesda announced Fallout 76 back in 2018, needless to say, fans were intrigued. It would be a brand new entry in the beloved post-apocalyptic RPG series. But this time, it would be online and always connected. No NPCs, just real players. Now this new direction did raise some eyebrows, but Bethesda's track record did leave people cautiously optimistic. Todd Howard, the face of Bethesda, called it the most ambitious game to date.
Fallout 76 is a prequel to all the other games, and it's our biggest one yet.
However, what fans got at launch was less ambitious and more catastrophic. The game's launch was a mess. Upon release, Fallout 76 was riddled with game-breaking bugs, performance issues, lag, and a complete lack of compelling content. Critics and players alike slammed the game for feeling unfinished, untested, and for being a frustrating grind. There were no human NPCs, the world felt empty, and even basic mechanics like inventory management or player progression were frustrating to many players. And let's not forget that this was a full-priced AAA game, not just some early access beta test. Now Bethesda has an infamous reputation for buggy launches, that much is true, and it's always been part of its charm. But in the case of Fallout 76, it was its downfall. What? Now let's talk about the infamous bag debacle. Along with the base version of the game, Bethesda released a $200 Power Armor edition of Fallout 76, which came with a high-quality canvas duffel bag. Now this all looks great on paper, but what did customers actually receive was a cheap-looking nylon bag that looked like it belonged in a dollar store. And when fans complained, the response from Bethesda's support team was less than desirable. Now, Bethesda's customer support team said this, and I quote, "We are sorry that you aren't happy with the bag. The bag shown in the media was a prototype and was too expensive to make. We aren't planning on doing anything about it." Yes, that's right. No refund, no warning, just a sneaky little bait and switch and a half-assed response that only made fans even more angry. Eventually, Bethesda caved and offered to make the correct canvas bags that they were supposed to make in the first place, but at that point the damage had already been done. I think what made the situation even worse was that even when customers were receiving nylon bags instead of the promised canvas bags, Bethesda continued to advertise this Power Armor edition with canvas bags. I mean, Bethesda really stepped in it this time, and we've barely even started. Did I mention that this situation got worse? Because it got worse. In December of 2018, Bethesda's customer support portal glitched hard. Now you see, customers hoping to receive the promised canvas bags for their Power Armor editions were asked to submit their information to this customer support portal. Now this glitch leaked all of their personal information. We're talking names, addresses, phone numbers, and yes, even partial credit card information. It was a full-on privacy breach right after the bag controversy. Now picture this in your head as a Fallout 76 customer. You get bait and switched with a nylon bag instead of a promised canvas one, and then when they try to solve the problem, Bethesda leaks your info.
I mean, this is just a whole other level of messing up, isn't it?
And in typical Bethesda fashion, the response was just vague apologies and very little transparency. It looked careless, unprofessional, and downright dangerous. At this point, Bethesda wasn't just failing to fix their game, they were failing to protect their customers as well. Now of course Bethesda did try to patch things up, literally, Over time, Fallout 76 saw major fixes and updates, new content, human NPCs, and a patch that did break something else in the game, but you know, that's just Bethesda being Bethesda. And the end result is that some players now say that it's a playable game now. But of course, Bethesda wouldn't be Bethesda without creating another disaster for itself. Bethesda released a paid subscription service called Fallout First. For just $13 a month, or $100 a year, you could have access to private servers, an infinite loot storage box, and several other features. Yeah, that's right. A buggy, broken game that's not even worth the original asking price is now asking for... That's right, a buggy, broken game that's not even worth the original asking price is now trying to sell you a $100 a year premium membership. And the reaction? Outrage all over again. In case you didn't already guess what happened when Bethesda released this Fallout First subscription service, yeah, you did guess it right. It didn't work. You see, the two biggest features of this subscription service, the private servers and the unlimited loot storage box, were released broken. How broken, you ask? Well, the private servers were not private, and that infinite loot storage box, it ate the loot. So imagine as a Fallout 76 player who spent hours and hours playing this game and collecting countless items of valuable loot, and then you buy this premium subscription service because you think, oh, there's an infinite storage box where I can keep all my loot. Fantastic! So you put all your hard-earned loot into this storage box, and then the next time you check on it, it was gone. And guess what? Reloading the game didn't get it back. You see, while other developers have been releasing polished open-world live service titles and making good on their promises, Bethesda has been failing harder than it's ever had before. And this company, once seen as the gold standard for single-player storytelling, was now nothing more than a laughingstock. And I didn't even bring up the special edition power helmet that grew mold, the in-game nuke codes that broke the game, the fact that the game was made with abusive crunch times on its developers, or the fact that Bethesda had to eventually admit that they didn't know that Fallout fans wanted Fallout content in their Fallout games. Fallout 76 didn't just launch poorly, it imploded on every front. We're talking gameplay, marketing, customer service, and most importantly, community trust. Throughout the span of one disastrous game launch, Bethesda went from fan favorite to cautionary tale, and Fallout 76 became a classic case study on how not to launch a game, or how to handle the backlash afterward. Now today, the game has clawed its way back to something playable, even enjoyable for some. But what you need to remember here is that first impressions are always the most important. It lingers, because when you promise the wasteland and deliver a train wreck, people remember, and sometimes you can't get that trust back. Now if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more of my content, and let me know in the comments, is Fallout 76 a redemption story or a cautionary tale? This is Matt from Matt's Media Space. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.